Welcome to Geeks Between Worlds, the crossover podcast where pop culture collides.
What is up, everybody? I am your host, Oscar Lucio. We have Matt Bostic with us. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great. How you guys doing?
Dude, we're doing great. We haven't seen you in such a long time. We had the Rocket League podcast back in the day, year one. I was telling everybody that I'm going to start bringing a lot more people on because Steven was taking it on. Last week you had Joel. This week you got Matt. I'm a keeper of my word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm here. Look.
You're here.
What's happening?
I'm a friend of you. Do you think I'm a keeper of my word? Nah, sometimes I get flaky, huh?
You know,
It's a little
pretty
bit.
on your word.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
You on that 75.
Yeah.
I'll give you 75.
Thanks. 75. I'll take that. That's
a
almost
great estimate.
I'm like 20 below that for my credit score, which I'm proud of. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah. When you get to that age, it's all about the credit score. That's
true.
my whole life. Yeah.
You've unbuttoned your belt loop a couple times. It's happening.
It's just notch by notch now. You know
That's how I measure life now.
Yeah, just the notch of my belt.
Oh, shit.
That's fantastic.
All
so
right.
so today we're talking about fucking Overwatch. Fantastic game. We're getting into year 2. May 24th, we're going to be at 1 year. This game was so influential. It came out. It blew up the industry. Hero shooter from Blizzard. Entertainment. Fantastic. You know what I mean? This was a video game company that dominated PC with WoW and things like StarCraft and all of these things. And they were able to put this energy into this shooter that is what the market demanded, right?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, the genre's stale. I mean, there's nothing new coming out. It's all recycled.
We've talked about how we think that this has been in development for a while before Overwatch came out. You know, I bet you they were playing their games, their MOBAs, and they said, you know, this is the future. We got to make something like this.
Yeah, you know, if you look at it, I mean, first-person shooters competitively are they're dominant. I mean, people stick with them. You got Counter-Strike. You know, people have been playing that for years and years.
Wow, you even play that Counter-Strike.
I did play, yeah.
Yeah, until the Overwatch came out.
Exactly.
You actually played a lot of CSGO, huh?
Yeah, I did. I liked it a lot. You know, the community is real sour.
Yeah,
I will say. People are real negative.
Yeah, that happens.
But no, it's a great game, you know.
That opposite world, like I was telling you about my Nintendo Switch community. My name is Stab Your Face, and it's just
very edgy.
When I'm playing Splatoon 2 with Donnie, Little JJ, David B, and then it's Stab Your Face. And that's every single time, 10 to 10 every time. You know what I mean?
You're the one bad guy.
Yeah, I'm the one terrible person in the Nintendo community. You know what I mean?
Everybody just insta-blocks you. Oh, that's inappropriate.
Oh my goodness. No, think about that though. Where gaming community is now and everything that's where Nintendo is. You know what I mean? That's funny that you would think that all gaming communities have that in common, but they don't.
No, not at all.
That's ridiculous.
Totally different. That is how it is though. Whenever I played on the Wii's and stuff.
Yeah.
The names were always so innocent.
Yeah, you're making a me.
And then you go on to like PlayStations or Xboxes, and it's all kinds of like blank 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 is raping and shit.
yeah.
You know, you're like, God damn.
Yeah, banging them titties 420, and you're just like, damn. And they're 9.
This is inappropriate.
Yeah,
and you got this little 9-year-old telling you just suck dicks and shit.
Yeah, and they DM you. They DM you.
And they're just raging on you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bing, bing,
yeah,
bing, bing.
that's that Xbox community. No, your face, you're just like, oh, gonna bring that up. We're clearly, I've been the PlayStation, you know what I mean? I was at 360 life.
Yeah,
I was at 360 life. It was great. It was maybe one of the best. Maybe one of the best.
Like a Seahawks fan, you just bandwagon until that ride's over.
How you been, buddy? You been good?
Great, yeah.
Yeah, you've been great. That's good.
Time of my life.
Yeah, you've just been primarily playing that Overwatch, huh?
Yep. Almost exclusively Overwatch.
That's how you do it. It's like this girlfriend, and you can do all this stuff. You can see Becky, you can see Alicia, but
all right.
But you have Tracer,
who you go home to every night,
and she's gonna triple boost up into your heart.
It's true, and it's you know it.
I don't need anybody else.
Great.
I don't need anybody else, baby Tracer. You're my girl. You're my girl.
That's
And that's
I'm
what
about.
Overwatch
Yeah,
is. That's
exactly.
what Overwatch is.
It hits you on all angles.
It does. It hits you in the feels, in the gut, and then in the thumbs.
Physically, emotionally.
Well, for you, it's more of your index fingers.
True.
Yeah,
a lot of thumb action. I'm not doing a lot of thumb action.
Yeah, me, it's all thumbs. You, it's index and middle finger action, huh?
Exactly.
Do you ever
stop playing Lucio?
Or do you ever get like the pinky in there, the pinky and the ring finger?
Yeah, because you gotta hit your shift button, your control button.
Shit,
man.
That's another world. It's another
terrible.
world.
At first, man, that's why I had to learn how to type. At first, I didn't know how to type when I started playing computer games. It's terrible.
Damn.
When it's like press this button and you have to look at it, totally wrecks you.
I bet.
So after that, I learned how to type just for video games for the most part, to talk smack.
I would have failed. I was not good at the typing class.
That's exactly how I was. I learned how to type like literally a year ago.
I feel like I am a better typer than anybody that's 2 years older than me, though. And up. You know what I mean? Like anything above that, I'm a better typer than.
It's surprising how low the bar is. Because at first, man, like if I had to type in front of...
You told me my typing is garbage. My typing is shit. It's surprising how low that bar is if you're beating 26-year-olds.
Oh shit! No, I'm just saying I was on the same page.
That's amazing.
I started typing, and then like before I know it, I'm like, damn, I'm like 45, like 50 words.
Yeah, and that's when the thing is it's a weird thing. It's like if I'm in the zone, in the zone, I'm about to go type on your ass. Yeah. I'm about to type crazy business. But if I'm not, sometimes you're hunting. Russian. You're hunting peck. You're
true, man. You on that dinosaur peck.
Yeah, seriously, you're hunting peck. You don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Just like Overwatch, like the launch of Overwatch. Sometimes you were hunting pecking, weren't you? You didn't know what to do.
For real.
Characters were overpowered, underpowered, and you were hunting pecking through that character list. What works and what doesn't. Let's talk about that Overwatch launch. It was crazy. It was this mixture of things, this reaction of these communities, that strong Blizzard community that we said before, and everybody else that was from the Call of Duty. They just went crazy into it, and everybody went crazy. It became a success, and there was nerfs, there was updates, new characters. What did you experience in the launch of Overwatch?
It was just almost unpolished, There's a lot of, like you're saying, super dominant characters and weak characters, and even in quick play, everybody could pick like whoever they wanted, even if there's doubles or triples,
Yeah. Who did you play as to begin? Who did you think was your main?
McCree.
You thought McCree was your main?
Yeah.
How good are you at McCree now?
Don't play McCree. I don't.
You were McCree main, and now you're McCree none.
Exactly, yeah.
That's what happens sometimes.
I'm not the best hit scan, and like I know it, and there's a lot of people that just kill it, so I'm like, I'll let you cats do that shit.
That hit scan.
So I'll play, Roadhogs, I'll play all that shit, but I'm not the best like soldier and stuff, and there's a lot of people that are beasts, so.
Yeah, and it's true. And
I know my roles.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not good at that hit scan. I'll tell you what, I'm bad at that. I can never get it. It's just so hard. You know what I mean? I'm good at the aim and the control of McCree outside of his special, but I never hit his special. So hard for me.
Yeah, that needs buffs.
Yeah.
It does, though, because it's so easy to kill McCree.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
the time should be reduced on how long to lock on,
Yeah.
So, yeah, no one ever plays anymore, because McCree's, like, he doesn't get, like, legit ults anymore. He doesn't get, like, team wipes or anything.
Yeah, and it's just an announcement. A lot of, every character has their special announcement, but I find myself running all the time whenever I hear, it's high noon.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's no other special that carries a weight like high noon. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Reapers does a little bit, but it's so instant. As soon as you hear Reaper say die,
I would say Reaper and Pharaoh. Oh, yeah, May too. And that comes to that update buff. Yeah. That first update of May was crazy. You were not ready for it. That diameter increase was just huge. Fucking you up.
Well, like all of the capture, the hill type maps. I mean, her her ult covers the whole playing area. So if it's OT and she drops it,
oh yeah,
you're just like,
oh yeah,
well,
oh
that's
yeah,
it.
and then you have a diva or you have a soldier 76, and there you just have an offensive character combined with a maze OT. Oh yeah, it's done.
Yeah,
it's
you're done.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So let's get into that first event. The first event was your summer games. You're a player of Rocket League. That's what we
I
did
used
our
to love
podcast
Rocket
on.
League.
Yeah,
Summer
exactly.
games, the Lucio ball was just like Rocket League.
Exactly. It was fantastic. You would randomly load in as diva sometimes. That's
Top-notch.
actually
For
where
a
I
diva
learned.
main, that's great.
Dude, I'm a diva main. In case you didn't know, you should know by now. If you listen to this podcast regularly, there's a small number of you, but you are all fantastic. You know that I'm a diva main. Okay, so what happens is I find out that diva gets loaded into this event randomly. I'm fishing.
No
for
interest
it.
at all beforehand.
Yeah. No. Seriously, not gonna lie. This was early. This was early in the game. I didn't know I was diva main yet. I thought that I was maybe tracer main.
Okay.
And that's just probably because the fun of the game.
You're like, I don't know what direction to go. I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah. No, I probably May.
Okay.
I'm really
Yeah,
good.
May's the
I like
beast,
playing May on defense, so that's probably my third or fourth character in the game. So
All right.
yeah, I like that May main. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that one of the updates that Snowball May game.
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
super creepy. She's like, "I will find you," and saying
No,
super
for real.
creepy shit, and you're like, "Oh, you tapped into that mind of May."
She reminds me of Kim Jong Un.
yeah. I find you.
Exactly.
This is America. You can make those Kim Jong Un jokes, man. That works.
I got a little
That
scared
works.
there for a
No,
second.
no,
I kind of ducked a little bit.
You're
since I said
full
that.
blown okay to make those Kim Jong Uns. If he ever tries to tell me to not release my podcast, I ain't Seth Rogen. I ain't James Franco. I release it. No, actually, that was like Paramount's choice,
Yeah,
really.
that was Paramount. And
but-
then they released it for free, so it kind of.
Yeah, and then, but I honestly love the interview.
No, hilarious.
My dad
Absolutely
loves
love it.
the interview.
Everybody, dude, James Franco's a beast.
He is. Have you watched? Oh, we watched Why Him together.
Yeah.
I just got that digitally. Fantastic.
Awesome, love it.
When he goes to start the chainsaw and he can't, and then Bryan Cranston starts it, he's like, "That's just such a dad move." Like, that's
For real.
fantastic.
Man, what did he say too? Oh fuck, I can't remember, man. Something super basic, and he's like, "Did you just make that up?"
Yeah. Oh,
That was the most inspirational thing I've ever heard.
when he's talking about Game of Thrones, he's like, "You can't be sitting at the kiddie table. You need to be sitting in the throne." This isn't exactly what he says, but he's like, "Yeah, I need to be sitting in the Iron Throne." He's like, "Fuck yeah, Iron Throne, Game of Thrones, fire and titties."
That guy. This guy double dicks, man.
Yeah, this guy double dicks. He's a double dicker. If you haven't seen Why Him,
Dude, watch it.
Yeah, it has a low Rotten Tomato score, and that's one of those ones. I'm gonna give you that Geeks Between Worlds guarantee. I don't know how credible that is, but that Geeks Between Worlds guarantee that you need to watch this film. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Exactly, top notch.
Top
Hilarious.
notch. Top notch. Just like I steered you right with the Ted 2. If you've seen Ted 2, you know it's golden. It's golden, Pony Boy. Have you seen The Outsiders?
Better than Ted 1.
Yeah, it is. It is. That is one of those sequels that is better, and it has that lower Rotten Tomato score.
Dude,
Dumb.
Rotten Tomatoes,
Dumb.
very critical on comedies.
Yeah.
Those ones are very, like, up and down.
Yeah, exactly. Which is funny because that brings that to that next thing. Anna. Okay, that was your first update. I love Anna. You like Anna too, huh?
Yeah, Anna's awesome.
She even has had a nerf, and I think she still plays fine. Same thing with the diva. She's had nerfs. I still think she plays fine. I'm good with her. So, but now let's get to the next character, Sombra. Okay, what do you think of Sombra? That is that one that just didn't cut it. You know.
Yeah, well, they have so many unique designs on their characters.
Yes.
And I feel like she's also very unique. You know, I mean, she doesn't have high damage, fast burst rate.
Yep.
But her special ability, the hacking, is on point. You know, because it takes down a Reinhardt's shield, and literally he's useless at it.
Yeah. No. And if they get it right, it's great. Yeah. There's not too many times. A lot of the times they'll be more about the attacking you and then going back to where
they do a lot of just like
little point is
useless harassing.
Yeah,
I feel, you know, and there's areas where she could be amazing, but I feel like we just haven't hit it yet.
And it just takes that player, you know what I mean? But I find a lot of players in competitive, especially that play the Sombra, I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of use out of her. It's a lot like, kind of like Orisa right now.
Yeah.
You don't see a huge use case.
Yeah.
And that's, it'll happen, but they're going to start nerfing to make her more useful.
Yeah. What do you think about them putting the little space between the quick play usage of Orisa and then the competitive usage of Orisa? You think, it seems like nothing's changed between that time. Why do they do it?
I think it was to introduce people, because not a lot of people can you play the PTR on PlayStation?
What is PTR?
It's the public test region.
I don't think so.
Okay, so you can test the updates before it happens on PlayStation.
Okay.
It's a whole different server. It tracks
you mean on PC?
On PC.
On
PC.
Yeah.
It tracks your everything separately.
Oh, okay,
but
yeah.
It's a test region, so nothing's connected to
carried over. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you can.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. So you can test most of the updates before they happen, as far as new characters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they did that on the actual servers to let people get introduced to her. Because if you had everybody trying to play her in competitive the first day she came out, it's going to ruin all the competitive play.
That's true. But at the same time, I feel like if you're going to play, like I have enough people fucking up my competitive matches as is, just let them play Orisa. You know what I mean? You're only going to give them, 5 days to learn how to play with her. It's like, I don't know. It's like, whatever. I feel like you don't care about me enough. Why do you got to space out Orisa? That was a straight bummer when I was in a team of 5. And I was like, oh, I'm going to play Orisa. And then I was like, I can't play Orisa?
Right.
Yeah, and it was just like, and then 3 days later I could. I'm like, what is this? Yeah.
No, I just feel like a lot of people played her that were just kind of messing around.
Yeah.
It wasn't as serious on competitive.
Well, see, and that's the thing is I feel like a lot of people don't realize. I feel like some people will just jump into competitive. You know what I mean? I feel like they won't hit arcade, hit quick play, hit 6v6 no limits, things like that. Yeah. And they'll just go into the quick play, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's built for. You know what I mean?
What's awesome about the arcade.
Yeah.
A lot of other games you can just mess around on. I like the 6v6
random, the snowball elimination.
Yeah, snowball's fun, yeah.
What did you think about that little May cheat to where she got into the ceiling of the building? Did you ever see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
what?
so on 3v3 on Echo Point, if May stood in the hallway, that hallway where you spawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go right in the corner, you put the ice wall right under your feet, you'll go into the ceiling, and then you can get into this room with the glass, and your shots go out, but no shots can go in. So you just wreck people. Or you can walk on the top of it, that whole outside wall, and nobody can hurt you.
Damn. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's some shit. That's some shit. But then they said that if people start doing that, they'd get banned. Now, see, what I do, this is what's great about arcade mode, which came in the 3rd update, which was I can play that and I can spam loot crates for when there's events. That's like the number one thing. Yeah, you get every 3 wins, you get a loot crate. That's nice. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when there's events, I'll definitely play arcade. That's what I like about arcade. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You could spam that level. You can spam that because you're going to get them every 3 wins. And then after that week comes, you can get another 3 loot crates by 9 wins. I like that. Are you driven to get skins? That's something that I feel is weird. In this game, even though there's tons of times to play it, you're really only getting skins and emotes. Do you think you feel fulfilled by that?
No, I don't think that's compelling. I mean, it's cool, but it's a very side, it's a not very important.
What if it's your main?
I'll spend the in-game money on it and stuff for sure, but it's just not. It's not too, into the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't feel like that makes a huge difference or compels me to really play more.
Play more, yeah, because you're not looking to unlock anything. Really what it is just that competitive edge. And I think that's what a lot of people that play Overwatch play for now. I feel like if you're not playing competitive Overwatch, you're probably not playing it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, that's how I feel. I mean, you're not understanding the game to its full extent.
Yeah, you're not experiencing it.
Exactly. Blizzard does a very good job of, make encounters to certain characters and this and that in the whole game. I mean, you can literally base your team based off of who's best and stuff and who the other team's playing as.
Yeah, no, and they do a great job at that. Which kind of brings me to my next thing. We got that summer update. Now we get the Halloween update, man. The Halloween update's one of the best, probably, huh? I mean, you got Junkenstein's Revenge, and you got the real skins that maybe have mattered more throughout the whole game.
Yeah, Junkenstein's Revenge had the best skins by far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even their like special game for that season was. I love Junkenstein's Revenge.
Oh yeah, just that defending the towers type of gameplay,
so
bots. Fun. You know, and then at the end you had to fight everybody, which was always the hardest.
Yeah,
if
hard.
You did die, you died right there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Fast.
Yeah, and I really hope they bring that back. Do you think they kind of deviate from their first plan? Do you think they re-release maybe just Junkenstein's Revenge with a little tweaks, or do you think they do a different Halloween game mode next time?
I think they'll deviate. Yeah.
You think they'll deviate a different game mode?
I think they will. They'll keep keeping new stuff and trying new things and seeing what the community likes. They're very good with that.
Now, do you think that that'll ever translate? I feel like the only thing that has translated from game modes is 6v6, which was from the Chinese New Year update, which I think clearly isn't the best game mode. Do you think that's a little weird that maybe we haven't gotten a Junkenstein's Revenge type of game mode, but we've gotten 6v6 that almost is broken?
That's true. Maybe they're spending more time, though.
Yeah.
On that Junkenstein's type game. Because I know they had a lot of good feedback for that one. Probably the best feedback.
Yeah. So, and that's a good point. Maybe they're just making something on a grand scale.
Yeah, exactly. They are very thought out with their placements of stuff. I mean, just like how they hinted with all of the Somber release, you know, they kept giving little teasers.
The Orisa release too. We got the person that broke through like the airport, like the TSA that beat him up, you know, that little thing.
And the community is just crazy.
We might be getting Terry Crews as a Doomfist, which is I'm so
go 90%. I think that's happening.
It has to happen at this point. There's just too much. But I'm glad that they released another character before that. I'm glad that they were like, no, let's do this.
It's awesome how
we know that this is what you want. We know that you want the Terry Crews, you know what I mean? But here's this first. Here's this first.
Exactly. No, that's a good call, and it's so cool how soon they're releasing them, and they don't charge anything, which is way different from what normal companies do these days. You know?
Yeah. No, they don't charge anything, and it's just fantastic. You know, they don't have to mess with anything. They're putting out so much
content. They're changing so much stuff around, you know, trying to keep it new for the community.
Okay, so we've gone through the updates. You had the Christmas update, Snowball. You had your Chinese New Year, which was your 6v6. We don't think that works. You know, it kind of doesn't. And now let's kind of get to our personal opinions of our characters. We don't like Sombra, okay? Is there room for Orisa to beat the Ana? Because me and you like Ana, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is Orisa going to be one of the dominant characters by the end of this?
It's she's interesting because most characters come out OP, you know.
Yeah.
They're very strong. And then they have to nerf back, but Orisa came out very balanced.
It's almost strangely balanced,
yeah,
huh?
And we haven't seen her huge use case. You know, most people, I mean, almost every game runs an Ana now because she's so awesome. I mean, she's probably one of the best healers.
Yeah.
And then Orisa's kind of under the radar. We haven't seen the best of her yet, I feel.
That shield. I love that shield. It's weird how great a shield is in Overwatch. I think maybe the shield usage in Overwatch is one of the best in video games.
And you wouldn't think either, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Like, especially in a big competitive game, like when you have Orisa, when you have Reinhardt, when you have that Symmetra, you were playing that game, you were playing as Symmetra, you were kicking ass, you threw that shield, it saved your life, you know what I mean?
Oh,
and at first people were real questionable at that Symmetra shield. They're like, what is this for? But now, I mean, you see that coming and you have to move out of the way. It's just inconvenient.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how much difference a little shield makes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Symmetras, I mean, I thought the same thing. I was like, that's not going to change the game too much at all, but it affects a lot. I mean, and just the short range, you know.
Yeah, so how often have you used Orisa?
I play mostly competitive, and I've probably played her, I mean, a quarter of the time, I'd say. Lately.
Oh, a quarter of the time? Oh, okay.
So I've been
I like
trying,
that.
You know?
I like that. So then what's your main for competitive?
I'd say I play a lot of Lucio and Zenyatta.
Lucio Zenyatta. I like
And
that.
Reinhardt, yeah.
You're the healer. You're the defense. I like that.
Yeah.
That's my beer pong strategy. You know me. I'm about that defense.
Yeah,
No
you're in there
bouncing.
for the long run.
Yeah, I'm in it for the long run. Like we're gonna get this a different way. This is gonna be the 2016 Denver Broncos.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
2015 Denver Broncos. Yeah. So that's just me. I'm the defense guy. You know what I mean? I double swap. Sometimes on them double bounces, I double swap.
Ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
Come with them stealthy shots,
and that's why I
too.
play the diva too. I get that support. You know what I mean? The best thing that I love is we have a shared connection of bumping. We love bumping people off the map.
Yeah, for real. Being a Lucio main, it's my favorite.
Yeah,
I
and
love playing Ilios.
And what's nice is a lot of people won't expect me to rush them, and then when I hit them, not only do they fly back, they just never expect it.
No, and their shot's so disoriented after that.
Exactly, and my shot's so wide.
Yeah.
As long as you're in front of me, I got you.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
That's why you asked me earlier what happens when I come up with Winston. I said I shoot his fleshy ass to pieces. You know what I mean?
Correct.
But that's what's nice is I just get that nice fleshy character in front of me.
Yeah.
They're donezo. They're donezo. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. I love when a roadhog pulls me in. I'm like, let's
You
do it.
shield it?
I'm like,
Yeah.
you done fucked up, roadhog. You don't want me
Yeah.
in front of you.
See, I don't play that much diva.
Yeah, it's a good life. It's a good life to live, and it's one of those nice under the current lives. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Well, she was buffed for a while, and then they re-nerfed her.
And then they were like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah,
For real, they were too.
Well, and then before it was the you had to leave your shield up the whole time.
Yeah.
When it was launched, you had to leave Diva's shield up, and that was hard. And you knew while playing her, you're like, this would be much better if I could drop my shield. Eventually, they changed that.
Yeah, they did because they weren't seeing a whole lot. I mean, Zarya dominated. It was Reinhardt Zarya for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what do you think? You play PC. You play PC.
Oh, yeah.
I play PS4. You played some PS4 controls today. Number one, how'd it feel? How'd it feel?
It was decent.
It was all right.
I feel like I still love the keyboard life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can play that keyboard on the PS4. That's fantastic.
That is
You know what I mean?
amazing. Yeah.
Another reason to get up on that. Get up on it.
Think about it.
Winking
All right.
at you. I need to put up that ad. You know, that's just like $249 PS4 Uncharted 4
Might do it.
edition. You know what I mean? Just have it looping in the back. Accidentally slip a card, like a coupon. It's like $10 off your PS4. I don't think $10 would really bring you in.
No, it would not.
You know what I
I'll let
mean?
You know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know.
Crush
that.
those dreams real quick.
Yeah. You better sign me up for a motherfucking GameStop card for that shit to happen, dude. So I went into a Kohl's, tried to buy a suit for when we went.
A Kohl's suit?
Yeah, that's what I wore at Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but she got me on the Kohl's card. That witch.
Damn.
Damn.
Dirty bitch.
Damn.
Makes me feel better. Her paycheck was slightly bigger, probably.
She was amped. I was not amped.
Damn, man. That shit's so awkward, man. People in public trying to pressure you into stuff.
I couldn't believe
hate it.
I couldn't believe it. And I told her like buy 3 times. I was like, no. And she was just like, all right, last chance I get you to save that 25% off your suit right now. Blah, blah, you could even pay it off right now and just have a 0 balance. I was like, just sign me up. Let's see. I probably won't even get the card. And she was like, oh, trust me. You'll get the card. Kohl's cards always pass. And sure enough.
Damn.
I mean, literally the week before, I think I tried to get a cons card to get some new furniture up in this bitch. Yeah, straight up was just like, nah, you got too many lines of credit. And I was just like, man, it's not that much. It's just my car and then a finger hut. You know what I mean?
Yep. Okay.
And it's just, and then I have a Capital One. You know what I mean?
Not bad.
But still, I should get a cons card. I need some furniture up in this bitch. No, they denied me. And then what? Kohl's sneaks in under like a serpent under the rug.
I'm just trying to enjoy my day, and they start soliciting this shit to me.
Seriously,
Fucked up.
It is terrible. It is terrible. All right, so now. Where is this game in the next 2 to 5 years? You know what I mean? Like, what does this game turn into at this point?
I'm thinking, it'd be cool if they started doing ranked like 3v3s, and
I like
kind
that.
of some other like they segregate it from the actual normal ranked system.
Mm-hmm.
So like you get a lot of the DPS main type people.
Yeah,
They don't want to play as a team as much.
Exactly.
To go over to that 3v3 range.
and that's the thing is I strive 3v3. I strive. I love it. I'll play it all the time. Short matches. It has that 2v2 feel to it.
Yep.
And then it's like, nothing matters. Nothing matters because action or arcade isn't raked. What the fuck? What the fuck?
I think we'll hit them with that. I don't think the game's gonna be vastly different.
Yeah.
In the future.
All right. Even if it's not vastly different, what would you change in the game? I got a couple real quick. So number one, when I'm in a group, which you haven't experienced, when I'm in a group of 4, a group of 3, I have to wait so long in matchmaking because it'll get me like at least a group of 4 or 5. You know what I mean? Like they'll try to accommodate my group, which is fine. You know what I mean? But I think a group of 2 groups of 2, things like that. But I feel like if I'm in a group of 3, I need a group of 3. If I'm in a group of 4, I need a group of 4, which I understand is nice. But at a matchmaking, I mean, I'm in 5-minute skirmishes sometimes. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's crazy.
And that's something that you probably don't deal with because you rock the solo. You're the lone wolf.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always just getting filtered in.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing is that capture the flag mode. It's got to change. You said something about different maps. You think some different maps would work?
Yeah, I think if they built independent maps for capture the flag, I think it was more of a band-aid onto the actual game itself. Capture the flag, it was built for the gameplays it has now.
Yeah, which is kind of what made me sad about it being the game mode that really carried on after all the DLC. Like, you could have gave us continuous Lucio Ball, right?
Yeah, that or Junkrat's Revenge. If you just had it, you didn't even have to do the Halloween edition if you just kept it normal.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that, and it was pretty hard.
Yeah, no, there would be a lot of times where I lose. You know what I mean? Yeah. You play it on hard, you play it, on medium, whatever your choice is. But it's nice because there was that difficulty, and sometimes you would die early. Sometimes they would hit the door too much, and you're just like, what the fuck happened? It just didn't work out.
It was a good blend,
Yeah, but instead we get stuck with 6v6 capture the flag. That is the strangest move for me in all of Overwatch right now.
Oh, by far.
Yeah, because I like I told you, I always end up either one team scoring 1 point and winning the match or a draw. I really hardly ever get anything farther than that. Sometimes on what's that map? It's like the Japanese cherry blossom map.
Oh, Hanamura.
No, it's different. Not that one though. It's the one where the things maybe it's a variant of Hanamura, but you know how that room's in the middle. You have 2 windows up here, and then you kind of come and go around, and there's like those bridges. Is that a variant of Hanamura? I feel like that might be a different map. I'm not too sure, but
nope. I don't know.
Yeah. It's fantastic though. I love that map. Another thing that I think I would change is you were saying earlier about the 3v3 added. That has to be a competitive mode. We need to add that small team constructive match. You know what I mean? That to where, because like we played 3v3 before this because I feel like we can get more done in a less amount of time. Yeah, you can play
a lot more matches and kind of just not be in spawn as much.
And a lot of times, I know you felt it on 6v6 in competitive. Sometimes you just feel like your team just wasn't team enough, huh?
Yeah, no, they weren't.
Yeah, they didn't put the E, they didn't put the A, nothing. Yeah,
with their team.
Yeah, and it's hard. What's funny is about the synergenic part is I always try to pick my character first, so it doesn't seem like I need to be the synergenic one.
Yeah, so you're not adapting.
I'm not adapting.
Well, you guys adapt to me.
Yeah, exactly. That's where that shame gets in there. It's like, I'm just gonna play my character.
This comp's a little whack.
If I pick first, it's definitely no holds barred. Maybe if I pick last, then maybe I'll conform. But if I'm one of the first, you're definitely conforming to me. Do you ever feel that way?
Definitely. Oh yeah. But then they don't, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, and you're like, oh cool, we have no healer, or you have a healer that's just terrible.
You just have Zens.
I swear, one time I was a diva maining, and every time I would get out of my suit to where I love Diva's gun. Diva's gun is powerful.
Her pistol is powerful.
Powerful as fuck.
Shots,
yeah, exactly. You can make those nice streamline shots to where you can just cut off like walkways. You just shoot straight down the walkway, and if they come out, bam, they get hit with 3 shots. But every time I got shot out of my suit, this bitch would buff me. I'm like, I am a little 14-year-old girl running around a map with Harambe. you need to freaking heal me, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Just
It's
nothing.
like, yeah, yeah. What do you feel about sometimes when you just, what do you do when you see that player just not playing right?
I just go with it, man. I mean, there's, I've flamed people, I've done all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck, you should switch, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you just got to work again, with it. You got to try and make your picks, because at the end of the day, you're the only one you can control.
Yeah, and but at the same time, they have pretty harsh punishments for Overwatch, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
If you leave early, it's an automatic 15-minute ban. Your first time ever doing it.
You lose a lot of rank too.
Yep.
A lot of rank.
Yep, and it's nice because it does weed it out. But like I said, there's that Symmetra that was putting her spawn points right off the map, man. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
That's hilarious.
I've
never had that.
And she's just nut tapping outside of it.
Teabagging.
Yeah, and what
As
sucks
you fall.
and what sucks is you're so into the match sometimes you'll go through it twice, and you won't think of it. You're like, fuck, she got me, and then it's kind of funny.
Again.
Yeah, like no regrets,
Yeah.
like this Symmetra got me, yeah. But it's weird because it's almost a deterrent sometimes in competitive. Have you ever felt that? To where you're almost just like, I almost don't want to play competitive. You're like, I feel like sometimes people mess me up so much.
No, for real.
It's uncontrollable.
I see a lot on Temple of Anubis.
Yeah. Oh, Temple of Anubis.
I've seen people set their teleporter right outside of the spawn. And I'm like, it took me longer to realize that I was backwards, going out of that teleporter.
Oh my God! You brought up the backwards teleporter.
Dude,
that is
shit
real
confuses me.
feels.
I'll start walking the wrong side, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm going the other way.
And that's the Symmetra's fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They should know at that time that they got to face the other direction and then put their teleporter down.
You would think.
They don't do that.
No, it's terrible.
Oh, it is so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's straight disorient you for at least like
You're
5
lost
seconds.
in a forest. You're
For
lost in
real.
a forest. You're like, what's
Like,
happening?
I've never been this part of the map before. I don't know where I'm going.
It's because you've never seen that screen. You're like, oh, I've never seen this side of the map, and you're like, oh no, this Symmetra is just an asshole.
Exactly.
Yeah. I also hate when you're playing, you're going there, and then you hear the high noon, but your McCree doesn't kill anybody, and really all it did was create this time to where everybody branched out. You rushed in, and then everybody comes out and kill you because you rushed. You're like, oh man, I thought the space was clear. He didn't kill anybody though,
Dude,
and it allowed me to rush. Yeah, I hate that.
Ult is terrible.
It is so hard, and sometimes though you get that play of the game, and they get that that quadruple kill, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, you're like, that's awesome, but you did that once.
Yeah, exactly.
That was mediocre.
Yeah. One thing I love about Overwatch is the announcer. Triple kill, quadruple kill, and quintuple kill. When she says
Their
those
voiceovers
things,
are awesome.
you feel so because she gets into it. She's like triple kill, quadruple kill, quintuple kill, and you're just like, oh shit, I'm the beast.
Exactly. The higher you hear her voice go, you're like, woo!
Yeah, you're like
freaking out.
I'm the man. Yeah, it's fantastic. Would you change any of their voices? Do you not like anybody's voice?
No, you know what? Actually, I think it's awesome that they have a lot of female characters and a lot of different
They have a lot of
ethnicities
strong
and,
female characters, individuals,
and just in general. Yeah,
Zarya has a huge following.
Exactly.
And as a diva main, Zarya fucks me up, man. It is rough.
Real,
It is rough biscuits.
She has a comeback too.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people go back to Zarya.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
see her for a while.
I mean, there's just times to where you get to a Zarya and she just pulls some shit, and all of a sudden you realize you're gonna die. You're like, oh, she got the shield on the homie right next to her. Yeah, she's 100%. She has the shield, and at that point it sucks because you just don't even shoot at her. You don't shoot at her and you take the kill because you can't shoot at her, because then it's just gonna kill you faster. And you're like,
fucked up, man.
yeah, it is this weird fucked up circle of life.
Yeah, I love Zarya.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, she's seeing a big resurgence just because of that diva buff.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have characters like Mei too, to where she's just that perfect little, she's that perfect innocence character that can just waste you. You know what I mean?
She's super squishy. She's easy to kill, but at the same time, so difficult.
And yeah, exactly. You have to have that timing.
Yep.
If you have that timing, you can be a defend master. I mean, when you're playing defense with Mei, sometimes that shit, you're just like, wow, this is maybe the best character to defend with.
Oh, easy.
I love
Sometimes,
it. I love,
yeah.
yeah.
And then other times.
Yeah, but like maps like Temple of Anubis and Hanamura.
Yeah, with a lot of choke points.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
amazing,
Yeah, I love playing Mei on Hanamura. Oh my goodness, I'd just be throwing down walls like it's hotcakes.
Dude, well, that's the thing about like characters like Mei is you're just laughing the whole time playing it because you're just wrecking people.
That was
like,
ridiculous.
You're just like, I know that guy's mad.
Oh
He's
yeah,
so mad,
absolutely.
yeah.
And then you'll just about to die, and then you go into iceberg mode. And as long as you have like one or two friends around you, you're gonna pretty much be okay in iceberg mode. It's
Yeah,
nice. You got enough time to leave.
They're pushing them back, and
It pisses people off. And I love being the Mei that's like we're all walking to the destination, and it's like you got 60 seconds till attacking team, and then I'm like ice wall. Oh, we can't make it. We have to wait like 5 seconds. I'm that guy. You know what I mean? And
up.
you're just like this fucking Mei. Yeah, I'm totally
You're that guy.
I'm that Mei. I'm that Mei to throw up that ice wall for funsies.
Just trolling.
Yeah,
That's fucked
well,
up.
I'm also the guy to like make sure that I'm throwing the thumbs up, the group up, the need healing. I want to make sure that if our team isn't on chat, we're communicating through body language. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
guy.
You saw me play earlier, and I was untapping and retapping the character choice, so it was just blinking in the character choice screen, and then the whole team started to do it. That's how you know you're gonna fucking win. That's unity. That's how you make a online team.
Oh, shit.
Let's all have some fucking fun. You know?
Damn, look at you go.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Riling team. You're like a football coach
Yeah.
right now.
Right as we start, I'll throw down the emote. Everybody's like, nice emote. This guy's a premium diva, has all the emotes. You know what I mean? And then I'll throw down as soon as we group up. You know what I mean? I'm a tank. Let's group up. And they're like, hey, I kind of trust this tank. And then I rush in there, throw down the shield, let everybody attack. I love just being that guy that's like, hey, we're a team. You know what I'm saying?
Look at you.
I poured my heart out. I poured my heart out. That's my diva feels.
You just chilling with bastions. You love bastions.
It's like I do and I don't. I really like having my shield up and having an offensive character right beside me. Because my
Exactly.
offensive character won't get hit as long as my shield's up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's why, yeah.
And their shots will go through. That's the best.
If I have Bastion on my team, when I'm playing Diva, I always chill by the Bastion. 'Cause everybody's gonna try and kill Bastion, but if you got that Diva shield,
Oh yeah. They go through it. It is great. Yeah. The same thing with the Reinhardt. You see a lot of that in 3v3. They'll go in their base. They will just hang out on that table with the Bastion and the Reinhardt, and then you had to be like, all right, well this is this match. Like this is this match now. So, after a year's coming, year 2, we're finally in year 2. It feels like we've already went through year 3 and year 4, kind of, doesn't it, huh? It feels like this game is so much in me. You know, I feel like Destiny was this game to where I was like, oh, it's already year 2. Oh, now it's in year 3. I've forgotten about it. But Overwatch, it just feels like it's giving me so much. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think it's because the developers, man. Blizzard is just always putting out updates. You feel like you're getting so much new content, you know?
Yeah,
Compared
exactly.
to all the other games are asking you to pay money for all their content. I mean, they're just putting out so much that you keep coming back, you know, trying out the new things, keeping it fresh.
Yeah.
And they learned a lot of that from WoW, you know?
Now, where do you when's the sequel coming out? If there is a sequel to Overwatch and it's not the big update, when do you see a sequel coming out?
A very long, I want to say at least 5 years.
Minimum.
Minimum. At least till the new consoles come out.
Do you think that Blizzard even has a team working on something like that? Or do you think they are fully invested in Overwatch right now?
I think they're fully invested.
What do you think of the branding of Origins Edition? What do you think the branding of Origins Edition? What do you think that means? I feel like that's some type of cryptic message saying that there is more to this. Do you think that we ever see, a different edition, a different name, a different title like that?
I think that would be where the DLC comes into play.
You think?
I think that, because they have such a strong competitive base and they have all these other games that story modes don't fit into.
Yeah.
I think that the DLC is where that would come in from.
Do you think we'll ever see Overwatch story?
Yes. Yeah. I think that's
you
where
do?
it would. Yeah. I think that's where the DLC would come into play.
And what's great is that's money, huh?
No,
That's
yeah,
money.
it seriously is, because I'm not
Everybody
even a huge
wants that.
story mode fan,
Uh-huh.
but you get invested in your characters that you play.
Well, on top of that, it doesn't have to be the character you play. I don't play, I don't play Torbjorn. I don't play Hanzo. But you know what? If it was just like the first DLC, Hanzo story, like, and it's a 2-hour DLC of me playing through a story of Hanzo, like, I don't have to play that character main. That's something that I want. I just want to see this progress, and them having that story chip of, wow, that MOBA feel, that MMO feel. I do feel like this is something that has to come up eventually. Do you think maybe we get that instead of a 2?
I think that'll be the case. I mean, Blizzard, with a lot of their games, they kept them around for a very long time, like 10 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how they're going to try and do Overwatch, but with a lot of this added content.
Yeah. Who would you make a story of first?
I think they do Tracer.
You think?
Tracer's the trademark character,
I like that. I feel like maybe a Winston too.
Yeah. I think
know
that's
what I
a
mean?
good call. Winston's he's kind of goofy. I think he's got a lot of characteristics.
I would love a DLC of everything they explained. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Winston explains what happened at first, how they were all heroes, how the Earth needed protection, and they needed them, and that's kind of not where they're at now. But I think it would be great. You know what I mean? Let's see what happened. Let's see what led all of you, because from what we know, they're doing this again. You know what I mean? This is after they were already heroes. This is after all of that stuff.
Exactly,
Well, let's see you be heroes.
But
let's
that's
see
where
you
the
be a team.
origins come
Yeah,
in.
exactly. You know what I mean? And that's what's weird is like Origins Edition. Well, then yeah, maybe we will get those DLCs. Maybe we will get some story mains.
Yeah, so I think that might be the case.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit on characters like Soldier 76. You hit on characters like like how you said Tracer. Tracer is definitely a trademark character. Winston, Reaper. Reaper has a story that that everybody would totally love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's just so much more to go in this game. I'm so excited for it. And as we were saying before, Twitch is gonna start happening.
Yeah.
Twitch is gonna start fucking
Geeks
happening.
Between Worlds,
Yeah,
Twitch.
yeah. So get into it. Get into it. It's gonna be coming to you hopefully in May. Check me and Matt out. We might be twitching some Overwatch. Just twitching it up. If you haven't checked us out, check us out on social media. You need to do it. Instagram. Our Instagram is fire, isn't it, Matt?
It is top notch.
Top notch. 30 likes at least every time.
Minimum.
Yeah, minimum, boy. Yeah. So check it out. GBW podcast. And check out our Twitter at the same time at twitter.com. Oh wait, twitter.com/GBW podcast. You need to check us out at GBW podcast.
Change your life.
Yeah, just chop that up when I fuck up like that. You like that?
Yeah,
That's that editing technique. And then if you like the Facebook, Facebook is like the lower grade to me. What about you?
It's not happening.
Yeah,
No,
you don't
no,
even
I
have
don't
the
even have a
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah. So if you're still on the Facebook, facebook.com/fandom talk. But go to the Instagram, go to the Twitter. They're way more lit. If you haven't subscribed to us on Instagram, check out our YouTube page. We're trying to evolve, so check out our YouTube page. We have a bunch of new videos. We're gonna have a bunch of new stuff. Thank you for coming here and listening to us. We're going to have another podcast coming out on Fast 8. We are going to be doing a new monthly podcast that goes against the grain of our 2-week podcast schedule, so check that shit out. And who knows, we got Guardians of the Galaxy coming soon. We got a whole bunch of shit. Deadpool 2, probably next year, but hey, I'm going to talk about it every single fucking time I mention a movie because I'm excited for it. Am I right? You love the Deadpool.
Love Deadpool.
Fuck yeah.
That trailer was money. Did you see it?
Yeah, fuck yeah. He was trying to change and shit, and then the homie ate his Ben and Jerry's.
It's true. Just pass out right on him.
All I'm saying is if I went to save a guy, but he died instead, I would eat his Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, at least chill with him.
Absolutely. GBW out.
Thanks for listening. Like what you hear? Subscribe now and feel free to drop us a rate and review. Stay current with all things Geeks Between Worlds.